Gonzalez. Place of last entry into the United States, city and state, such as she came with El Paso, Texas. Were you inspected by a U.S. immigration officer? Yes, she was. If not, if you weren't in, that means you entered illegally. So if you entered illegally, okay, then you push no here, and then you got to talk to an immigration attorney about getting filed when you're illegal and understanding. And we have a video tutorial about that. You might want to check that out too. In what status did you last enter? Look, visitor, student, exchange, alien, crewman, temporary worker, without inspection, illegal. They give you that as one of the choices. They want you to tell the truth on this stuff. So she entered as a visitor. So that'll be the choice. We can also put the visa in there again just to keep it all going. Non-immigrant visa number. Okay, you know, on the visa inside the passport there's going to be what they call a control number, a visa number. So it usually starts with the year and then, you know, a bunch of other numbers after that. Consulate where the visa was issued. Let's see that she got hers from Mexico City. Date visa was issued. Let's say it was just a couple days before she left, or maybe a month before she left. 10/14 of 2007. Gender, okay, she's a female. It's pretty straightforward. Date visa issued. Let's go back to that though. It'll say on the visa itself the date that it was issued. Marital status. Okay, she's married because we're applying for her one right now based on marriage. Have you ever before applied for permanent resident status in the U.S.? No or yes. If you check yes, give date and place of filing and final disposition. That means, was it approved or was it denied? So she's never filed for one, so that's where that goes. Okay, great. List your present husband, wife, and all your sons and daughters. If you have none, write none. If additional space is needed, use separate paper. So again, do not lie. If you've got kids, you list them. Even if they're under custody with your parents or whatever, you still list them if you had them. So, we'll start with the husband. Family name, Daly. Given name, Mark. Middle initials, C. Date of birth, 02/21/1963. Country of birth. Man, this really doesn't like that. Okay, country of birth, USA. Relationship. Husband. You can also use spouse if you want to. It's a little bit more, I mean, that's the legal term they use. You can use husband and wife too. A number, none, because I was born a U.S. citizen. Applying with you, no. I'm actually the petitioner. And then if you have any children, sons or daughters, you're going to put those down. But I'll just put NA on the rest of that so they know that the rest of those then are not anything. Here, list your present and past membership in or affiliation with every organization, association, fund, foundation, party, club, society, or similar group in the United States or in other places since your 16th birthday. Include any foreign military service in this part. If none, write none. Include the names of organizations, locations, dates of membership from and to, and the nature of the organizations. If additional space is needed, use a separate piece of paper. This could be a lot of information you have to gather if you're a really active person. So, foundation, party, club. Some of the clubs in college might qualify for this. Different business and commerce organizations, associations, educational associations, that kind of stuff could all go in here. So, but if it's none, then it'll just be none. And do that. Most people aren't members of that kind of stuff, so that's what I found. Now, here we go. The big questions. Please answer the following questions. If your answer is yes, on any one of these questions, explain on a separate piece of paper and refer to what are the general filing instructions, initial evidence to determine documentation to include with your application. Answering yes does not necessarily mean that you're not entitled to adjust status or register for permanent residence. So this is your test of honesty. Can you tell the truth on all this stuff? Now, if you answer yes on any of this stuff, this is also a key. You may want to see an immigration attorney, because if you are unaware of what the problems are, what the ramifications are of certain actions in your life, you might not want to, file this application. Bottom line, I mean, if you know that putting a yes on one of these is going to be a gateway to deportation, you might not want to apply for permanent residence. I don't know. A lot of people who are here illegally are okay to just keep staying illegal. And other people who want to get legal and get green cards, even though they've got criminal stuff, they're at the end of the rope. They're saying, okay, that's it. I want to really clean it up. I want to do whatever it takes to get my green card, and I'm ready. So if that's the case, then if you say yes to one of these, contact an immigration attorney and learn what you can do to clean this stuff up, stuff in your past. Because you'll see some of these questions are incredibly, you answer yes to one of these, you are a bad person. Let's put it that way. Have you ever, in or outside the United States, knowingly committed any crime of moral turpitude or drug-related offense for which you have not been arrested? That's just doing stuff in secret. All right. Now, a crime of moral turpitude. What is a crime of moral turpitude? It's a tough question, man. Moral turpitude is a concept in the law that is not easily defined. It means something with, a criminal intent, something that really offends and shocks the conscience of the community. It's some nasty stuff, But it can also mean a theft crime, because a theft crime is when you intend to deprive someone of something, and it shows you thought about like ripping this person off in this real, twisted way. Okay, so the first question here: have you ever, in or outside the U.S.? Okay, so in or outside the U.S., knowingly committed any crime of moral turpitude or a drug-related offense for which you have not been arrested? So again, answering truthfully: committed a drug-related offense for which you have not been arrested. Trying marijuana, trying cocaine, committed any crime of moral turpitude, stealing is moral turpitude. Anything that requires a bad intent, fraud, is moral turpitude. If you get really mad at someone and punch them or even kill them, well, actually killing would be moral turpitude. If you get really mad at someone and punch them, that may not be moral turpitude, because you didn't have the requisite intent to, maliciously and with evil preconceived ideas hurt somebody or steal from someone. Fraud, bad checks, that's all moral turpitude stuff. But it's interesting, it says, for which you have not been arrested. If you put yes down here, then you're looking at a real tough road, because you can apply for a waiver, but you're going to have to show a lot of hardship, and it's a big deal for one of these waivers.